Justin slams Mama June for not respecting and loving him. Intense fight. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Justin Stroud and Mama June went against the world to walk down the aisle. The former received backlash for marrying one of the most controversial stars of the reality TV realm. Yet the celeb didn't give up and stood with his wife. However, now it appears that Stroud has been doubting his decision lately. Justin clearly hasn't been happy in his marriage for a while now. He recently decided to confront Shannon for not respecting and loving him enough. But what was the outcome? Did June really accept her mistake or play the blame game again? What are these two up to now? Justin confronts Mama June for not respecting and loving him enough. During the last and current season, Justin Stroud evidently had enough of Mama June and her mess. He was in shock when he learned about the latter theft. Hence, he even threatened to divorce his wife if she wasn't willing to mend fences with her daughter. After bearing for a while, Stroud ended up having an explosive argument with Shannon. Justin accused June of doing nothing and stated that the efforts needed to be mutual. He said, "You can't be against the one person that does the majority of ****." While the celeb was further trying to explain his feelings, Shannon didn't think twice before pointing out the door. Stroud lost his calm and slammed her for constantly saying it and not considering his feelings. Their argument escalated to the extent that Justin admitted to feeling that Shannon no longer loved him. He added, "I'm sick of being June's assistant." The celeb made it clear that his wife also needs to put in some effort if she wants to make their marriage work. Stroud stated in an exclusive clip by ET that June needs to take his advice seriously at times and should treat him better. Mama June. Justin refuses to attend therapy sessions. Mama June was clearly in no mood to accept any of her deeds. She slammed Justin for always calling her the problem when he is also part of it. Moreover, Shannon feels that the latter also needs to take her suggestions seriously. She confronted Justin for not attending counseling, even after she asked him several times during the last year. This mere question was enough for Justin to completely lose his mind. He yelled at the top of his lungs, "F*******Q in counseling." The celeb was clearly in shock when he saw Shannon turning the gun towards him rather than accepting her flaunts. Stroud concluded that he wouldn't keep on investigating someone who considers herself above others. After all this, Justin clearly didn't have the energy to deal with Shannon and decided to leave. However, the latter still didn't give up and asked her husband to bark one last time. Stroud was clearly hurt because of wife's words and simply replied, "It's not funny, June. Keep coming back to TV season and spoilers for the latest Mama June tea." In the ever-winding emotional saga that surrounds Mama June Shannon, another explosive storm has rocked the foundation of her most recent marriage. Fans had hoped for peace after years of public breakdowns, family fallout, and battles with addiction. But now, the drama has flared up behind closed doors once again, and this time it's Justin Stroud who's unleashing frustration. In a bitter emotional standoff that left everyone shaken, Justin reportedly lashed out at Mama June over what he sees as her lack of love and respect. The tension between them, long simmering under the surface, has finally erupted into an all-out emotional confrontation. And while neither party has spoken publicly yet, insiders say the fight left deep emotional bruises and may signal a breaking point in their marriage, a love story unraveling. When Justin entered Mama June's life, he was hailed as a breath of fresh air, calm, measured, and grounded, a stark contrast to some of June's chaotic past partners. For a while, he seemed like the anchor she needed. They got married, tried to create a sense of normalcy, and presented themselves as a unified front. But unity turned out to be more performance than practice. Behind the scenes, their relationship was not as stable as it appeared. Emotional undercurrents have long threatened to drown their connection. Subtle resentments, mismatched priorities, and a lingering sense that one partner was more committed than the other. For Justin, the breaking point came after months of feeling dismissed, underappreciated, and emotionally starved. Despite his efforts to support June through her ongoing struggles, he reportedly felt that his own needs were always pushed to the back burner. A slow burn ignited. Insiders close to the couple describe a pattern that's been building for months. Justin, who has always been more emotionally reserved, was quietly growing bitter. While June was out trying to repair her relationships with her daughters and manage her public persona, Justin felt increasingly sidelined. He reportedly began expressing in subtle ways that he was tired of being an afterthought, but those signals went unnoticed or were ignored. To June, it may have looked like he was withdrawing. To Justin, it felt like he was screaming into the void. Finally, after too many unspoken hurts, a fuse was lit. One small disagreement over a missed call or a misunderstanding about plans turned into a massive emotional explosion. Justin didn't just vent about the moment. He unleashed months' worth of bottled-up pain. He felt unloved, unseen, and most painfully, disrespected. "I'd not your punching back." Those close to the pair claimed that Justin felt used, emotionally, mentally, and possibly even financially. He reportedly resented the dynamic that formed in their marriage, where June took center stage in both the public eye and the household decision-making. He felt he was reduced to a background character in a narrative that was supposed to be theirs together. Despite trying to stand by her during challenging moments, Justin reportedly began to believe that his support was taken for granted, that instead of being thanked or uplifted, he was criticized, dismissed, or ignored. The breaking point came when he felt June had disrespected his boundaries and belittled his concerns during a family disagreement, a moment that reminded him of every past slight. It wasn't just about that one fight. It was about every time he tried to speak up and felt steamrolled, every time his feelings were minimized, every time he felt like he was just an accessory to June's survival story, not a partner in it. He reached a point where he no longer wanted to play the role of the quiet rock or the silent supporter. He wanted to be heard, and he wanted love that felt real, not transactional. June left reeling. The fight left June visibly shaken. For someone who has been through public humiliation, addiction recovery, and heartbreaking separations from her daughters, she is no stranger to pain. But this confrontation was different. Justin wasn't a villain, an addict, or a fame seeker. He was someone she thought was in her corner unconditionally. Hearing him unleash such raw pain reportedly left her speechless. For once, it wasn't about her needing help. It was about someone needing something from her. And it wasn't money, fame, or attention. It was respect. It was emotional intimacy. It was acknowledgement. Those close to June say she had no idea the depth of Justin's discontent. She thought she was doing her best, managing a reality TV empire, rebuilding her relationships with her daughters, staying sober. It all required massive emotional energy. In her mind, Justin was the one person she didn't have to worry about, the one who would just be there. Now she's being forced to reevaluate that assumption, and it's hitting her harder than she expected. Family tension amplified. As usual, family involvement isn't helping. Pumpkin and Alana, who have never fully trusted June's judgment in men, are caught in the mill. While they've grown fond of Justin, especially compared to past partners, they've always been cautious. After all, they've seen how June's relationships can consume her, pushing everything and everyone else into the shadows. The latest blow-up has only intensified their skepticism. Some family members reportedly believe June is too distracted with image control and TV contracts to truly invest in her marriage. Others feel that Justin is overreacting and using emotional manipulation to gain power in the relationship. Regardless, everyone agrees. The situation is unraveling. What makes it harder is that Justin isn't interested in airing his grievances on camera. He's reportedly pulled back from filming, frustrated with how much of his life is now being consumed by drama, cameras, and chaos. He wanted a marriage, not a media circus. Escaping the spotlight, sources say Justin has been spending more time away from home, taking solo drives or disappearing for hours to clear his head. He's reportedly told friends that he needs space, not necessarily from June, but from the version of their life that's constantly under a microscope. There's a growing fear that he may take a break from the relationship altogether. Whether temporary or permanent remains unclear, but the possibility of a separation has certainly entered the conversation. June, meanwhile, is reportedly doing everything she can to stabilize things. She's trying to communicate, to acknowledge his hurt, and to find a way forward. But as usual, her efforts may be coming too late. The damage is done, and Justin's trust, along with his sense of value, may be hanging by a thread.